Hello everyone, my name is James and welcome back to another video, and in this video we're going to be discussing whether it will be possible that Max Verstappen and Lewis Hamilton could crash into each other at the upcoming Saudi Arabia Grand Prix. Now, if you enjoy the video, make sure to leave a like and also subscribe for more Formula 1 content, and if you want to follow me on Twitter, you can at James_Formula 1. But without further ado, let's jump straight into the video. So I'm bringing this up following comments made by Verstappen during the driver's press conference on Thursday. Max was asked if he felt he has more freedom in terms of his racing and could be more aggressive due to having an 8-point lead over Hamilton with 2 races to go. In response, Max said, "I honestly don't think about it. I'm here to be focused on just getting the best performance out of myself in the car, and then we'll see where we end up." Now, Verstappen and Hamilton have crashed twice this season, once in Silverstone and once in Monza, so is it possible that we could see the two crash for a third time in Jeddah? Well, personally, I actually think it's possible. Let's start with Hamilton. He has to beat Verstappen in Jeddah to have a real chance of winning the title in Abu Dhabi, and I think if he does have to take risks to beat Verstappen in Saudi Arabia, then I think he'll have to take them. Otherwise, he could find himself well behind going into the final race. And if we look at Verstappen, even though he does lead Hamilton by 8 points in the standings, I don't think he can afford to play it safe in Saudi Arabia either. Mercedes have looked super strong recently and are looking quick in Jeddah following practice. If Hamilton wins in Saudi Arabia, it could mean the gap between Verstappen and him could be 1 or no points at all at the last race in Abu Dhabi, or maybe even worse. And there's every chance Mercedes could be very quick at the last race in Abu Dhabi. So I think for Verstappen, he would much rather beat Hamilton in Jeddah to try and make his championship lead more comfortable. And therefore, I don't think he can play it safe in Saudi Arabia. And I think if he has to, risks are going to have to be taken if he wants to beat Hamilton. So I think if Verstappen and Hamilton do take risks against each other, it is very possible that they could collide in Jeddah. I don't want to see them crash, but I think at this high-speed circuit where drivers haven't raced at before, either Verstappen or Hamilton could go for a move on one another, which may not work and could result in a crash. Now, I think there are 2 times when this could happen. Firstly, at the start, I think if Verstappen and Hamilton are starting side by side, we could very well see them both out by turn 4. It's a narrow, high-speed run down to that corner, and I just think if one of them gets a good slipstream on the other, then they might try and stick a wheel down the inside going into turn 4, which may end badly for both drivers. Now, if Verstappen and Hamilton get through the first lap okay, I think another possibility for this to happen is if there is a safety car, and just by looking at this circuit, I think it's very possible. It would bunch up the field, and I think at the restart it could be fireworks if Hamilton and Verstappen are fighting alongside each other. I think they could go wheel to wheel at the long turn 13 corner and not crash due to there being a runoff area and it being a bit wider there. But if they are to be close to each other at turns 22 and 23, which comes after a narrow long straight, I think like at turn 4, either Verstappen or Hamilton may stick a wheel somewhere, which may end up being the wrong decision and result in a crash. Now, there are other opportunities to overtake on this circuit. For example, going into turn 1, I think drivers could get a good slipstream on one another and make an overtake stick going into turn 1 because it's wide enough down there to do that. And I also think drivers could do the same going into the last corner at turn 27. I think drivers could get a good slipstream on one another and there's enough room to probably make a move at the last corner. But I think the places like I've mentioned, such as turns 4 and turn 22 and 23, I just think because of the narrow high-speed run going into those corners, I think it is a bit more likely that if a driver were to stick a wheel down the inside going into that corner, there is more of a risk of there being a crash. But guys, what do you think? Do you think Verstappen and Hamilton could crash at the Saudi Arabia Grand Prix? Let me know in the comments below. But that's going to be the video from me today. Thank you ever so much for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe for more videos. And until the next one, take care